Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. A quick peek of our guest.
Yeah, y'all know who we got. You better put your steel-toe shoes on.
Preacher Man is coming. Again, we want to go back over an accident that has happened as emergency officials are arriving on the scene, Odie.
Yeah, well, 124 eastbound I-20. If you're coming in from Jackson, Newton area, that's just as you start to come in Lauderdale County. Be careful. You top a hill. It's a blind spot. On the other side of that hill, we've got a car off in the woods. It's going to be emergency officials on the scene, so be safe as you come through that area. It is slick. You top that hill, and we have a lot of cars that end up hydroplaning through there.
Have you ever been in a car that was hydroplaning? Anybody? Have y'all ever been in one?
One time.
Yeah, it's scary. My wife was in a serious hydroplane, actually got hit by a semi.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a hydroplane wet day. She almost died. Thankfully, she didn't.
Well, how long ago was that?
November 1st, 1997. She was in a S10
small
pickup truck. Yep.
Yeah, that's a miracle in itself to walk away.
Oh,
from.
yeah. Completely got run over by the trailer. The truck didn't hit, the trailer hit her.
Ooh. Man, it gives you blessings every day just to be here. You know, when you're sliding in a vehicle, you have absolutely no control over it. It's the most, I can't describe it, that feeling of no control.
Well, you kind of do. Don't fight that turn your wheel and go with the flow and let that thing go.
See, this is where the preacher man was supposed to jump in and say, if your life is out of control, join
Jesus,
me Sunday
take the wheel.
Jesus, take that. Now, that's the best right there you can get. Let go of it and say, Jesus,
there
take
you go.
the wheel.
Let go and let God, somebody once said.
For those of you who don't know, this is Brother Ben. He joins us each and every weekday morning around 6:30, 6:35 with a little message there. They're going to be telling us about some great things that they have coming up this year for Christmas. But a great guy. If you've never met this man, come by the church and visitate with y'all. Y'all do it, what, twice a week there at least?
Oh, yeah, Wednesday night, Sunday morning. And then sometimes throughout the year we'll have some Sunday night things as well, as far as discipleship classes and all that. So a lot going on. But I got Justin Harrell here with us this morning.
Justin, do y'all do Christmas caroling? Is there a rumor floating around about that y'all
Last night was it. We did it last night. We went out and Christmas caroled. We hit about 10 homes. We had probably every bit of 70 people go out.
Really?
Yeah, so we went out and hit homes and took gifts by and had a big time with it.
That is wonderful that people still do Christmas caroling.
I bet if you got 70 people, you might have gone to 10 homes, but you probably got about 10 or 12 houses that got to listen.
Me and you could have blended in that many people. No one, we can't sing.
Kind of like Milli Vanilli, we could have lip sung something.
That's what Randy Walker did last night. I don't know if y'all know Randy Walker, but he told me he was going to sing a solo. You know, of course, solo, couldn't hear him. But.
What is the most popular song that people like for Christmas caroling? Did y'all have one in particular that was?
Joy to the World. Joy to the World, Silent Night. You know, those were the two big ones that we hit. You know, because we had people from babies with us all the way up and, until they're probably 50s. We may have had some folks in our 60s with us last night going around and caroling folks. But so it was a big mix. And we kept it simple, but it was a lot of fun and the people loved it.
We'd have been in that upper age bracket.
Rarely, and I think you could probably, and I know you're going to know the song, I think you could do an incredible version of it, but rarely do you ever see somebody go back and grab a song and have 2 or 3 other artists come 30 years later and do a remake of a song and it be any good. But this morning, as I was sitting there, I've been seeing it for probably a week, and I'd see it in the background. I thought, I'm not going to click on that because it's going to be bad. It's just going to be bad. Shenandoah, who doesn't like that group?
Yeah.
Of course, they are very led by faith. Great guys, but what's his name?
The lead.
No, I'm trying to think. Of course, Marty Rabin. I'm trying to think of tight pants that wears the girls' designer jeans. Luke Bryan.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Dwight Yoakam there.
And the guy that we brought to Meridian, Justin Aldean.
Oh, Justin
Aldean. Done a remake of Sunday in the South, and I was really expecting it to be horrible.
Yeah.
And to my surprise, it was incredible.
It was good.
I'm shocked, but the man who grips the gospel gun, they set me up in the chair when I was 5 years old. It just paints a picture of the way we've all lived, of growing up in the deep South and getting that first haircut, and oh man, it just says a lot.
There you go. I love it.
So anyway, I actually enjoyed that. So if you see it, click on it. It is eerily safe. Can I say it that way? What's the word I'm looking for?
Well, that's
Marked
it.
ear safe.
Yeah.
That's odd, but
It is kind of odd. But how many of these people out here think we was going to say something different?
oh, have mercy. Sometimes I get tongue-tied.
Tongue twice. Yeah, what was that again?
There was some word that I tried to pronounce a while ago that I just couldn't get out. I tried, but I couldn't get it out. And I know how to say it, but I couldn't. It's just going to happen. It's going to be days like that, as Mama used to say.
There you go.
Already 7 minutes into the hour, we got such a big show lined up. We're going to come back in just a moment and tell you all the goings-ons. And then also we have had a death at the prison. We've had another one that occurred, and we'll tell you all of that. And also we'll tell you who Bill Clinton thinks is to blame for Hillary losing the election. He's even got his thought.
Oh, he's got his thought.
It's the blame game. We'll be right
Was
back.
it his girlfriend?
She was busy that week.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
That means we got to talk, Odie.
It's us. This is again.
It is. As we mentioned, sad news here at Christmas, and I want to bring this up. And as always, the family has been notified, as we got the update late yesterday afternoon, of a death from the East Mississippi Correctional Facility. A 25-year-old man named Terry Bolton has lost his life. We pass along condolences. As always, with anything that goes on at the prison, there will be an autopsy completed, and those results will be given to us at a later point in time. But think of that family during this time at Christmas. No matter what you've done, God can forgive. And just remember all of that there. As we look at it, you ain't said a word since you walked in the room. What's up with you?
So this is Justin. He is our electrified illumination technician. That's what I like to call
That's
him.
a big word.
Yeah.
Well, usually I'm more behind the scenes than in front of the camera. So I am a little bit out of my element this morning, but
When the preacher says, come on, you just get in there and follow them.
that's right.
But y'all are going to be doing, and I think the best way to word this is Christmas music to lights. Is that or Christian music? How do you say it?
Yeah, it's a synchronized light show, Christmas light show set to music. I don't know, Justin, how many lights do you think we have?
Whew. Quite a good many, but we got different setups. I guess the centerpiece of our setup is what we call the mega tree, which is goes up 20 feet with a star on it, with light strings coming down of it all the way around.
So this will be outside the church.
Yeah, it's right out behind. Yeah. So what you do is you come up. It's behind the church. There'll be signs. We wanted to get back there where it was darker.
Yeah.
It's where the lights would really shine.
Not as much crime in that area.
Yeah, thankfully so. So you pull up, you park, and you turn your radio to a certain station. We'll have it there. 102.7 is what we've got it tuned to. And so the music will come through your stereo in your car, and then the lights will be out there. As far as
kids love this.
I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean,
a kid
it's
at
something
heart.
that I've wanted to do for a long time, and finally got the opportunity. And I called Justin. I said, Justin, what do you think about that? Because he oversees our audio and visual stuff at church. And Justin, what was your response?
Absolutely.
He
we
loves
make
this
it
stuff.
happen.
Yes, I do. I've always
How-
liked Christmas lights growing up, so the opportunity to do this, I was like, yeah.
So this thing is at least 20 feet tall.
Oh yeah, it's 20 feet tall. It's probably 70 feet wide. I mean, it's going to be a great show, different levels.
Now, is this what it actually is, or is this similar?
This is just sort of a graphic that we put together to sort of illustrate what it's going to look like. But no, it is similar. It's going to be very similar to that actually, but in real life stuff.
Now, this starts December the 13th. Today is the 10th, so that's going to be this coming weekend.
It's coming Friday. It'll
We're
start.
coming to video.
Yeah.
We're coming on out and do how many songs do y'all do?
I think it's about 7 songs in our playlist right now.
Yeah.
Well, any chance we're going to have Santa looked a lot like Daddy, or Daddy looked a lot like...
No, that's not in our playlist. Not yet, anyway.
But the cool thing that I'm excited about is that we recorded 5 of our young people reading Bible passages. So the Christmas story is interspersed through.
Oh!
Yeah.
This is getting neater and neater about as we learn about this.
Yeah. And, so, of course, the Christmas parade in Collinsville is this Saturday night.
Correct.
And so they're going to be setting up, getting lined up and whatnot behind the church. And we're going to have it playing that night as well for all the folks coming in as they get set up. And but it's from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. every night. It's just on a loop. So as you pull up, if you get there in the middle of it, just stick around. It'll start again, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. I think my kids, we drive around and look for this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so
Of course, Dr. Mason does a little show similar to this
That's
at
right.
his house, so it's just on a little bit bigger scale.
yeah, well, and Dr. Mason has been crucial for us. He's been so kind to come up and help us get things set up. In fact, he was there last night.
He was.
He's a good fella, y'all.
Yes,
Oh
he is.
man, he loves the Lord, and he loves Christmas lights. So
Yeah. And so are you gonna have Siberian Orchestra is gonna be part of your?
Trans-Siberian Orchestra is
Oh,
going to be
man.
there. We've
Yeah,
got some
couldn't think of the whole
Reliant
thing.
K.
Reliant K. That's actually my favorite one. They did the 12 Days of Christmas with Reliant K, and that's a very good version of
See, I
it.
thought y'all were fishing to invite Siberian Huskies in there. When I started hearing Siberian.
Oh,
That'd be a different draw.
Yeah. But I think there's 2 songs by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra in it.
Wow. So
Yeah.
this gets underway this coming weekend, kind of after the parade.
Well, actually, it starts Friday night, and the parade's on Saturday. But yeah, we got it going from the 13th all the way through the 25th, for folks to come by.
Oh, wow.
And, come multiple times. We're going to have interspersed throughout. We don't have the days lined up just yet, but we're going to have folks out there handing out hot chocolate. It won't be every night, but throughout the light show season, we'll have different Sunday school classes passing out hot chocolate and some
Any
treats.
chance
and
it'll
things
be
like that.
Robbie McKee or anybody like that we can come by and pick
well,
up?
it's not gonna be every night because this is in Meridian, Lauderdale County, Collinsville area. I mean, it's 31 nights, 70 the next. You get hot chocolate on those nights. Might get ice cold Coca-Colas to come out there on those nights.
There you go. I like that. Yeah. If Robbie McKee's in the neighborhood, he's going to be in there. He's where the action is.
Absolutely. And again, I think I know the answer to this, but there's no charge for any of this, is it?
No, it's all free. It's just something that it's kind of our gift to the community as far as that goes. We're calling it First Lights at Collinsville First Baptist. And no, just come on out. It's totally free. It'd be in fact, it would thrill us if you came, brought the whole family.
Yeah, we invite you out. It's a short drive to Collinsville. If you're coming from Meridian, it's going to be right on your left. You can't miss. It's the 9,000 block, is it?
It
not?
is, yep. Yeah, 9241, Highway 19 North.
Come on down and visit with the preacher and all the folks. And any surprises with this? What are you most proud of, Justin, as you get into all of this?
I just think the light sequences, how it just corresponds to the lights correspond to the music is just awesome. I mean, especially when you get that Trans-Siberian Orchestra song going. I mean, how
Yeah.
those lights are just going like crazy.
And am I right in guessing that's where the organs and everything's moving along like this?
Oh yeah, the lights are going crazy, up, down, all around, changing different colors. I mean, it's been an investment for our church, but it's worth it because again,
It's going to touch a lot of lives.
well, Jesus Christ is the light of the world, and
He is.
why not here at Christmas, put together a light show that is just a It's just a tidbit of the greatness of Jesus, but it reminds us of that.
Right. It's starting this Friday night, Collinsville First Baptist Church. Come see the lights. And what do you officially call it? The First Lights?
Yeah, First Lights.
Wow, I'm learning these new words here.
Yeah, you're getting there. And the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah, whoever they are. I'm not real sure, but we're working on that. Coming up in Collinsville, more coming up with Brother Ben as we get this day underway. As I mentioned, let's see some other things that happened in the area yesterday as we start to look around. Early, let's see here, we got a road closure that we need to bring up this morning here. Let me pull this up here and show you. This is going to be on Pleasant Hill Road. It's going to be scheduled for a road closing tomorrow and also on the 12th. Now, this is going to be Pleasant Hill Road beginning, let's see here. They're redoing a culvert in the area is what they're going to do here. Again, there it is right there, Pleasant Hill Road. So be ready for this. This is going to be out in the Zero community, that eastern side of the county, that way there. It will kind of interrupt your travels there for a couple of days there as you begin your day. We'll be right back as we get things underway. More coming up with Brother Ben and all the gang.
Hi, folks. Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and talking about rain, and we're getting it in the West Lauderdale area this morning as we go to radar to show exactly what we've got in the Meridian area. Along Marion, if you're coming in on Highway 45, look at this rain that we've got. All the up toward. Let's turn on some locations here where you can see exactly. Here's Northeast High School, the soccer complex, Highway 39, getting a lot of rain. And if you're letting kids out at Lamar, pouring there all the way down to Northcrest Baptist Church up Highway 493. Starting to see a little break as you get into Collinsville, but 19 just past the Rock House and Owls, that area out to Freeman Tractor, a lot of showers. And Westford, as we look at I-20 here this morning, and again, we've got that wreck right along in here, right at the Lauderdale County line.
Yeah.
Right there is where we're going to have that wreck. We do have showers here in northwestern Clark County as we get into the Enterprise area. That's wanting to act ugly. We need to refresh that. Things that act ugly on me just ain't supposed to happen. Show location. Let's go back here as we pull this up. There you go. As we'll show some showers there on 59. Here's Enterprise here, that exit there at 513. We got a lot of rain right in that area too, up around Long's Fish Camp showers and down to Stonewall. And look at this line of thunderstorms that we've got rolling in here in Jasper County. Serious there. Montrose, these areas here, a lot of rain. So what's it tell us? Be careful no matter where you're going. We don't need you hurt. We need you there in one piece. Now, let's get back to this. This is one of those you just never know where somebody will turn up. The Mississippi Department of Corrections has put out a, what do you call it, a 411 call?
An alert, an escapee.
He has escaped. This is, let me find his name here. I got it. I had it highlighted. Out of Jackson, Mississippi State Penitentiary. He's serving 61 years for kidnapping. Trigg is his name. Gregory Trigg. If you happen to see this man anywhere, contact any police officer. 911 is the best way to do that. Yeah. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a bunch of it gives all his crimes that he's done there: kidnapping, residential burglary, conspiracy to commit a crime, convicted felon, possession of a firearm. The list goes on and on of the charges against him, and he is walking free amongst us. So be prepared. We haven't gotten the
Been
details.
known he's had weapons in the past, so treat him as armed and dangerous. Don't approach him.
6 foot tall, 200 pounds.
Yeah.
So we just do that. Brother Man, have you already got all your Christmas shopping done?
It's a little too early yet for that.
That's what I was going to say.
But I
glad it's
do
not-
have, I've come up with a great idea for my wife, and I'm excited. It's a total surprise and something creative. I'm not the most creative person.
So you're being creative this year?
I'm being creative and sentimental.
Uh-oh.
So watch out. There may be a tear shed.
So are you presenting this Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or do you give it? Are you one of those that gives in and can't, after you come up with a great idea, you can't hold out till
I
this?
try to hold out. The kids usually convince us to open up at least something on Christmas Eve. Stockings, things like that. So we
Right.
do all the stockings and stuff. But yeah, she'll probably get it Christmas morning.
Oh, there you
There you
go.
go. Make it fun. Make
Yeah.
her wait for it.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
give in. I get something great and I want to give it then. I just.
My wife knows what she gets.
She
a
does.
cruise.
Ooh,
And me.
with a big bow on top.
That was a horrible thought. Why did you put that in my head? I just had a picture of Odie with a bow around him. Y'all look out. Y'all look out. I wanted to say a big thank you. We got in a picture yesterday of snow. Of course, we don't get a lot in Mississippi, so sometimes we have to go outside of the county, of the state. We go to Ohio. Here's Grace Atkins. She is in the snow there in Ohio. Isn't that just gorgeous?
Well, we got to make sure everybody knows what it looks like.
Yeah.
Just in case we do get it.
Yeah. It don't look like it's coming anytime soon.
No.
But big thank you to Grace for sharing that picture with us out of Ohio.
I wish you guys could have seen the kids down after the Riley Center show the other night, Peppermint Pops. They had a fake snow machine.
We were right behind it.
Oh, well, okay. Well, yeah, y'all with the Lockheed Martin.
Yeah, we're
float.
behind
Right
them.
behind it.
Yeah, so they had fake snow as well. Got to bring it somehow, right?
Scotty Ray was looking around. Man, what's this for? And we got to looking. It was like somebody's got a snow machine.
Yeah.
Because I kept seeing white stuff, and I was going, somebody's got some back. Well, anyway, it was fun. I
Yeah.
really liked that. Big kudos for them for the great parade float they had downtown.
You see this, Charlotte? I hadn't answered your question, but yeah, we'll be there. She said she'd return that present
The boat.
for me.
Oh. She had enough of you as a kid. Bless her heart. We had a boo-boo yesterday near Enterprise on the interstate. I-59 is where it would happen, where it just kind of slid on down the road. It was kind of like sledding in the snow, so to speak, except it was mud. As we look here, an 18-wheeler box trailer overturned, and it just cleaned out a ditch for a country mile.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to get the water to flow.
And again, it was no injuries, but at the same time, it's kind of spooky when something like that happens. Traffic was delayed for quite some time as they had to do the cleanup on that, and Odie was going, woo, it's not here.
See, wait a minute. I ain't got to go.
You know, it's funny how each county has their areas. Like Newton County, anywhere from mile marker 99 through 104, that's usually where they're going to have their issues. In Clark County, mile marker 127 through 138-ish, always something. Meridian, anything from
We got
160.
about 4 or 5 of them, so we just say the whole stretch.
I-20 is the issue. Let it be rain, and we have problems in Meridian. You're not going to believe this, but somebody was ugly and left the scene of an accident last night. Caused a wreck, hit somebody, and then cranked up their vehicle and left. As we go here, this would be right in front of Nick and Isles there at Subway. Here's one truck that was still there that stayed there to see the police. Again, wet.
I'm just going to use my deductive ability and say either there was no driver's license or no insurance available at time of crash.
Or they were wanted by the popo.
Could have been. Well, they could have had an eggnog.
And they said, peace, I'm out of here.
Yeah. I'll see you later, alligator.
That's
We
right.
gone.
There's a reason that people leave the scene of an accident.
Yeah, boy.
And if they're leaving, probably let them go because, well, it ain't worth fighting over. You don't know what they've done.
Yep.
So we had another big boo-boo, and I'll call this a boo-boo. This will be by First Baptist, downtown Meridian on 7th Street. First, I thought it was by Hair Queen as I rounded the corner. There she was. Here we go. This is almost the size of a smart car, isn't it?
Yeah, real close.
It's real close there. Had a bang up right here in this little car here. Minor injuries involved with it, but still, it's kind of frightening when you're involved in that.
Oh, yeah.
It's slow motion, I promise you, when you see the car coming, and there's nothing that you can do.
Yeah. Both of them probably totaled.
Yeah, and that's
It
the way
doesn't take
works.
much.
And I made a boo-boo yesterday. I wasn't paying attention. As you leave there, and you come up to the red light to where you're looking at the library, and you can take a right to go toward the tunnel. Somehow or another didn't realize that there was a turning lane, and I was in the middle lane, was going to turn.
Oh.
I got a horn blowed at me, and I needed it blowed at me.
Did you wave at him?
I did. I went on straight after that. But it just, I don't know, I didn't realize that. For whatever reason, I got caught up in the moment, thought my lane turned too.
Oops.
So my mistake for whoever it was. Rump row. Those things don't happen in these big cities like that.
That's right.
We had a power pole taken out yesterday also. And when I say taken out, it's no good. Well, I don't even think we could use this for firewood as we go to Highland Park. Ooh. Let's zoom this up a little bit here and show you this incident. There's the police. Metro arrived on scene in the Meridian Fire Department. But as you look at that, it splintered that pole serious.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Them things aren't cheap.
that was an impact right there.
It was.
Yeah.
So if you work for the power company and they tell you that you're on call this weekend, it's never good when it's raining. Never.
Don't make plans.
Because you're going to be there kind of like Odie and a few others that when stuff happens, you're called to the scene there.
Yep.
So, but I talk about being on call. A preacher man is on call 24/7, is he not?
We put it in our job description, actually. I tell all my team, all of our pastoral team, these are your regular work hours, but you're on call 24/7.
And truly, you never know when the Lord's work needs it, to when someone will need, even in accidents like this, people need comfort and knowing. And you're the man for that job. And this, y'all, and I had a chance to come out to your church and see you preach. If you've never seen Brother Ben preach, y'all need to now. He's got it down to an.
I might use my hands a little bit. I've heard.
I do that too.
I can't talk or listen real good if you're not having some hands.
Well, could you do an actual sermon if you were hogtied?
I think I could, but it wouldn't be any fun.
Yeah, making those Roy faces.
Yeah, that's
used to do on Hee Haw. But there you go. We got a lot still to come this morning. We got some more accidents that happened. Plus, we're going to find out some other events that are going on out at First Baptist, and we're going back in history. Odie's ready for this one.
Oh, I'm going to get one. Now, look, Brother Ben's always been right there on Johnny on the spot.
He's good at this game.
Yeah.
See if I can help out.
Back.
This is going to be our biggest year-end clearance event ever here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia. Inventory is up and rates are finally down. We promise to save you thousands on any of our new inventory. From Siennas to Sequoias, Camrys to Corollas, Tundras, Tacomas, no matter the model, we will not be undersold. We want your business. With interest rates as low as 1.99%, top dollar value for your trade-in, and thousands off all of our inventory, Doc's Toyota is your clear choice for your next Toyota purchase. So come see us here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia at docstoyota.com or on Facebook. And remember, there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp, trail riding, or just working on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray as we begin this day with Odie and, of course, our preacher man on hand. Brother Ben is here today as we start another one there. A wet day. We urge you to be careful as we're getting to December 10th. Do you remember, what is your favorite as you think back? And I think a lot of us would put this as your favorite Christmas as being a kid. Do you remember any exciting moment that you just couldn't wait to get up?
Oh yeah. So, about 1984,
Yeah.
I remember that. So we were building our house, and so we were actually at my grandmother's and my great grandmother's who lived next door. And it snowed big that Christmas. And so I still remember that one. I got Superman pajamas. I still got the picture where I was doing I was flying, and my granny had thrown up my cape in the back, to make it look like it's flying, and you can still see her hand in the picture. Stuff like that. Just great memories throughout Christmas seasons.
It is. My Red Ryder was my favorite. Boy, I couldn't wait for that. I don't know if you ever got one.
And I had good ones all around. Nothing really sticks out. I enjoyed every Christmas. And, talking about Superman and that cape, I gave Amy a cape one day. She got mad.
Paul Harvey, hold on now. Paul Harvey talked about this one time. I want to make sure it ain't the same story.
No, because I gave her that cape. She said, why? And I said, well, you're mad. I said, so now if you put that cape on, you can be super mad.
I ain't touching this. It would be, as we turn the time, we go back to 1864 on this date, and it would be the end of an era as Sherman made his march to the sea. As he went through Atlanta and on through there, it would all be burned as we look back of what happened there. And I figured this was the best way to put it there, is that Atlanta exists no more.
Gone with the wind.
It was. Sherman was not the nicest fellow here, and very few people have been named after him in the Deep South since that day.
I think folks still upset over it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They ain't forgot yet. Vicksburg especially. My, oh, my, oh, my. 1920, you're going to remember this guy probably more from the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
I forget which one he dated, but he was born on this day back in 23. He was a ladies' man, you might say. As we remember, Harold Gould. You remember him?
I remember him from
Which
that
one did he date?
Yeah, I don't know.
The one that was always going out, wasn't it? I can't remember her name.
She got around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Not Betty White.
That one. And I can see her face, but I just can't call her name.
Yep.
Yep.
Anyway, he was on the Golden Girls, played a big part of that. And then he was also in that show that I try to forget.
Rose. Thank you, Christy. Rose.
Okay, yeah. Well, he did date Rose. You're wrong. Rose was Betty White.
Okay.
Rose was Betty White?
Yep. Rue somebody was that. Blanche is the other girl that you're trying to think. Blanche was the I get around and around and around.
Okay, that's what it was. Oh, yeah, Rose was Betty White. Okay.
Yeah, there you go there. But I tried to
But
forget.
everybody says that he dated Rose.
Yep.
Well, Gail said he dated Betty White.
Which was Rose.
Right.
Are y'all all caught up now?
Who would have ever thought that a show about three little ladies or four ladies living together would have been such a huge hit?
And still is today.
It still is.
Still
yeah.
is.
I watch the reruns.
Yeah.
You just can't help it. Good stuff there.
Yeah, it is.
I try to forget he was also on that show, Rhoda. I really try to forget that show ever existed. It was a spinoff of Mary Tyler Moore back in the day.
Okay.
Oh, that's why I never saw it.
She was sort of a, let me think of the word. Oh, yeah, feminist.
Oh,
Yeah, she was.
okay.
She was. Yeah. As we go back, it was 1927 that you would be able to reach over and turn your Victrola radio and twist it just a little bit, and a little sound would be coming from WSM as it broadcast the Grand Ole Opry for the first time. Now, the Opry began in 25, but this would be the first time that it made it to the airwaves. Little did we know that we would control for years everything to do with the Country Artists Act. You had
See
to
what
be-
100 years ago?
You had to be there, and that was the contract, which was so weird. You had to perform at the Opry on Saturday night, and that's your biggest gig night. If you remember the Grand Ole Opry, you could tour anywhere you wanted, but you had to be back there Saturday night to perform to be an active member.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
And if you didn't do that,
Yeah.
they put the smack down on you.
Oh, my goodness.
And
They're at
people
the
went.
Church of Country Music there, the Ryman Auditorium.
Man,
Well, it's kind of like a roadway to stardom for country music. Also came through Meridian, Mississippi at the Temple Theater.
Okay.
If you wanted to really be somebody, you could come here, go to the Temple Theater during the Jimmy Rogers Festival. And that was one way, and that was Ken Rainey, and you had a lot to do with it.
been many years ago.
But that was, man, that was something. That was music every night.
This guy, I think we all wanted a big brother like this. Westerns really ruled my childhood. And probably yours too. As we remember back, who would you call if you got in trouble? You'd want this as a big brother. Hoss.
Oh,
Hoss
yeah.
Cartwright,
There you go.
Dan Blocker.
Yep.
Now, what is ironic, and I hate that I didn't look up his picture. His son is the spitting image of him.
Really?
They did a remake of Bonanza, and the son played a part in it, and you honestly would have to stare at it to tell the difference between the two.
So he can't deny him.
No, there was no denying. He touched that young man. Now, I don't know how the grandkids look, if they still look like Hoss.
Wow.
But, you know, in watching the show, you can't help but feel that he had as big a heart as he did on that television show. He played the part very well. Liked him a whole bunch. Anybody remember...
Wow.
had to go save Timmy out of the well.
Yeah.
As we go back to remember, Tommy, do you pronounce that Reddig?
Reddig.
If you remember Lassie, he played that part from 1954 to 50. And everybody wanted a dog like Lassie.
Yeah.
She could save you. She could do it all.
And there were so many good animal shows back then, right? You had Flipper. You had, had Gentle
BJ
Ben.
and the Bear. Oh, no, that's what...
BJ McKay and My Best Friend Bear.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one.
I mean, look at WKRP in Cincinnati. We had Johnny Fever.
Throwing out turkeys on Thanksgiving Day.
Gosh,
God
I
is
love
my
that.
witness. I thought
Turkeys could fly. Oh, no, they're falling.
Oh, yeah. And what is that? We're coming. Oh, it's not good.
I think everybody has known a newsman like Les Nessman, who was the little bitty, funny stuff. And of course, who could forget Clint Eastwood with the orangutan?
Yep.
Right turn, Clyde.
Yeah. We are. Do you know who we are? We're feared amongst the land. What were they? The Black Widows?
Yeah, the Black Widows. Right turn, Clyde.
Oh,
They took care of the whole. Every now and then there's an animal that makes it. Benji was big. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, man, love
I
that.
think Benji even had a movie, didn't he?
Oh, several bunch of Benji movies.
And then there was a dog that played basketball.
I was just trying to, when you talked about
Air Bud.
Air Bud. That's
Yup.
it.
And, that's all I remember.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with animals, as far as a show,
So that
George
remember
of the
it.
Jungle, we talked about him not too long
George.
ago, and he had that gorilla that talked to him.
How could we forget that one?
Mr. Ed.
Oh, yeah.
The talking horse.
Used peanut butter in his lip.
And then, of course, we all
Smart.
would trigger and things of that nature you would love. But people realize the like you take Eddie that was on Frasier.
Oh,
I think
right.
everybody liked Eddie. Mm-hmm. Flash.
All he did was go sit.
Oh, Flash, yeah. Little velvet ears.
Oh, man.
You do that too well, Odie.
Yeah, you
Well, I
got that
got
going.
Boss Hog that works for me every day.
I ain't gonna comment on that. He gonna come get you. Who remembers riding my thumb to Mexico? Oh, as we go back to remember, Johnny Rodriguez was born on this day. This was long before he stole the goat. He was just born today. 1951, Johnny Rodriguez, but he done a heck of a job there. He was acquitted for all of those charges. I just want anybody to know. He didn't do it. They said he was not guilty.
No proof.
I never saw this guy again after that. Sweet 16. Anybody see that movie? It was a big chick flick when we were growing up. Every little girl watched it, but I never saw that guy after that movie.
Yeah, I don't know him either.
Michael something.
Scheffling.
Yeah, there you go. What they said. But he fell off the face of the earth, so to speak. Little guy with braces there. We would see him in a few other movies. Nobody Knows. Anybody remember that song? It was a remake from, I want to say, a rapper originally. And then Kevin Sharp would come along in country music and take it all the way to number one. What's interesting about Kevin, he would pass away in 2014. When he got his record deal, he had cancer. And he performed to the bitter end there. And what a voice he had. He was a troubadour.
Wow.
Liked him a whole lot there. As we go back, let's see. This was one of the first times that someone, and I'm not saying it was the only time, but they recorded, the day he recorded the song, he recorded it, went and got in a flight, and the plane went down. He lost his life. The song would be released after that. Y'all remember Otis Redding, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay?
Oh, yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to Otis. Jim Croce was one of those that lost his life sort of like that and had several hits after he passed away of releases. I like Jim Croce.
Oh, yeah.
Bad Leroy Brown. And of course, Leroy, as we found out, was a real man. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
He was in the service, and Leroy Brown was a guy that was serving with him that decided one day he just didn't want to be in the military anymore, and he went home.
No, somebody like
And
that.
at the end of the month, he realized, Leroy did, that I have no money, and he showed back up at the base to pick his check up.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, come here. We got it for you.
Well, they
It's
arrested
right in
Leroy,
here.
but he's bad. And he told the story so good of Leroy Brown.
Man.
Anyway, I thought you might want to know that. 1978, as you were talking a minute ago, you played this fella.
All right. Oh, yes, sir.
It premiered. Christopher Reeve as Super, and to me, he will always be Superman.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't get him out of your head.
He would fly around. What was it? Did he pause the
Metropolis.
earth spin?
Oh, it's when she
To save
fell
her-
off in the ravine.
The creek. Yeah, the ravine. Same thing.
Ravine.
See, if it had been done in the South, it would have been a creek that she
Yeah,
fell into.
yeah.
I was thinking out loud again.
Oh, man.
Of all the movies that I've ever watched. I remember as a kid sitting down for the first time watching this, and it was the airplane pilot gets out of his cab and he's trying to get to the airplane, and he gets stopped by everybody trying to
the
give him a
monk.
pamphlet.
It was the
and he was
monks that
fighting his
surrounded
way
him. Yeah.
trying to get into the airport. And well, so it began. The Airplane sequel came out in '82.
You know, when I joined the Navy, I had to fly to Chicago, O'Hare Airport. And that's about like what it was when you got into the airport. You were bombarded with people that was, it was like, look, I'm just trying to get to the next airplane. But yeah, that was something.
Well, I got a video of you doing something. I don't know what I got you a video
Oh,
of.
no. Who sent that?
That would be one Robbie McKee.
Oh, no,
Telling
Rob.
him, you don't know what you done. You got on your vest.
He must be using his hands a good bit on
Watch
that one.
out.
We'll have to see about that. But funny stuff with the airplane. Roger. And they would Roger.
Roger. Don't call me Roger.
Roger.
Shirley.
She was horsing around on her husband. You remember that scene?
Yeah.
And then the horse was in the bed.
I love when the stewardess comes back and slaps the.
Yeah. That's just funny stuff. We go back to 83. She would finally make it on her own. She had sang backup for so many artists. Thinking of Rendezvous, if you remember all this, of Janie Freaky. She had a #1 today with Tell Me a Lie. And that was 83 that she had that hit. Many of them. Anybody remember The Cosby Show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If you look at the picture, you can tell who she is, but I would have never known. As we go back to Raven Simone, The Cosby Show, Olivia is what she played. She's also a singer, but in a crowd, I would have never known that was her. Like
That's So
Opie, you
Raven.
could almost go, that's Opie.
Oh, yeah.
But just so you know, she's having a birthday today, born back in '85.
Well, with the girls in the house, we had to watch This So Raven. So
yeah,
seeing
that was.
girl
That was
coming
on
up,
Nickelodeon or something.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Yep. So
If
that
you
was
ain't
in there.
loving, you ain't living. As George Strait had #1 today, back in '88.
Oh, wow.
That was a remake, if I remember correctly. I forget who did it first, but
Did I
George
hear
done
the
it
other night
fine.
George Strait was doing the Trump dance?
Did he?
I think I heard that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I missed that.
Yeah, you
I'm
have to find that.
Yeah, we'll have to get some video
Google
of
that.
There have been so many people doing the Trump dance lately.
Oh, yeah, it's a cult fire, you know?
It's hilarious. Can you do the Trump dance?
Well, yeah.
Because he doesn't move much. does
No,
he?
he doesn't. He doesn't.
YMCA. I've done that Trump dance.
Well, I answered my own question right here. I knew it was a remake, and I couldn't do it. Farron Young was the first to do it. Farron Young would pass away in '96 on this date, and he did that first, if you'll remember there.
Oh.
If you ain't loving. So, Farron Young passed away on this date. He had a bunch of... Anybody remember
Oh, yeah. What's happening?
that? Do you remember What's Happening in the TV show? As we go back to remember her, Shirley Hemphill passed away on this day back in '99. But she got that as the waitress in '76. Raj, I think, was the...
Yeah.
I always remember the episode to where his baby sister wanted to get somebody a present for Christmas, and she stole it.
Oh.
And he had to be the parent, take her back, and teach her right from wrong.
I'll be.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, boy. This would be after. Do y'all remember when Richard Pryor caught on fire?
I do.
That was a big thing. He passed away on this date back in 2005. It's hard to believe it's been that long. He died of a heart attack at the age of 65, and probably one of the funniest comedians that will ever. He was funny.
Yeah. And they've got him on there, Silver Streak. That was hilarious. Stir Crazy. The Toy.
Yeah, the Toy. I forgot about that.
They've got him on Blazing Saddles.
Which was the one where he had to spend all the money?
That was Brewster's Million.
Yes.
That was real good.
And he couldn't tell anybody, and to inherit the millions, he had to spend.
Well, no, it was Big Boy that had to spend all the money, and he was his friend trying to stop him, wasn't it? Or was he the one that had to spend
He had to spend it.
And then his buddy was the one that was trying to get him. That is, if you hadn't seen it, go back and watch it. But one movie that wasn't on there, and that is Grease Lightning. If you haven't seen Grease Lightning with Richard Pryor, go watch that movie because it is funny, but at the same time, it is about NASCAR, and he was the actual first black man to race in NASCAR, and did real good. It's a true story.
I don't guess I've ever seen that.
Yeah, it is awesome.
This face, y'all are going to recognize from, John Boy, because he went to visit them so much. The sisters, they had the special recipe, as we remember. Mary Jackson passed away today, and she was Emily Baldwin.
Yep.
Y'all remember her. She's done other roles in all these movies, but no one will ever know her for any of that. It was the twins, the sisters, so to speak, there. Didn't they give John Boy the car that he had? It was Papa's car?
That sounds
I
right.
can't remember for sure.
I love that show, though. The Waltons.
Oh, yeah.
It just
Education.
Yeah. And I didn't like it when I was a kid.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
either. I
But
didn't
now I go back and watch it, and I'm just glued to it.
We used to make fun of Good Night, John Boy.
Yeah, right.
We didn't watch it. We just made fun of it.
Right.
But now it makes so much sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
Always a lesson, and that's the sad thing about a lot of shows today. It's not that lesson in life of right and wrong.
Yeah.
There was a time in America to where that was very important in a storyline.
Absolutely.
We're missing it.
Well, that family connection, it's just simple times. People are together, multi-generational. I mean, it's a bygone thing.
And let me say this about being a preacher, man. I don't think a lot of people realize the weight of what's on a pastor. There's a lot on your shoulders as you stand up there. A lot of people can preach from the Bible, and they can know the Bible one word after the other. But you have to have lived a little to be able to take those words and put them into layman's terms where the average person there understands it and gets hooked, and it makes them want to learn more.
Sure.
It is a art. It is a God-given talent, and you've got that talent.
Well, that's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Still a lot of room to grow. But
there's a lot that search for that just don't have it, and you got it.
Well, and you think of the anointing of the Holy Spirit on preachers as well. Like, it's not just their God-given ability, or their natural ability, but God gives that. You see Him take people and transform them, into what they weren't before to what they are now, and glory to God in that.
Oh yeah. We'll get some more words of wisdom with Brother Ben coming up in a moment here. What time is it, Odie? I don't even see
it is 10 minutes to 8 already. I think we just started this.
It seems like it anyway. We got more stories, more coming up. Don't rush off.
Here at Meridian Cycles, we're your CF Moto headquarters. And here at the end of the year, we have a special deal on CF Moto C-Force 500 four-wheelers. We're offering these for only $69.99 plus tax and title. It is a fantastic deal. And let me tell you some of the features that this four-wheeler has. This C-Force 500 features aluminum wheels, power steering, and a 2,500-pound winch, all at an incredible price of $69.99 plus tax and title. Come see us at Meridian Cycles, 80 Highway 19 North, right here in Meridian, or call 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie. This is already Tuesday, am I right?
Yes. Hump Day's coming. Friday's on the way. Don't give up yet. Weekend will be here soon.
I know that Russell held their annual Christmas party last night. The volunteer fire department, a big to-do went on out there. I didn't get to make it. I'd intended to, but I was cut short.
And I was supposed to have this ready, and I
just thought of it.
Yeah, well, I just remembered it for some reason. But coming up Saturday, the 14th, is Christmas and breakfast with Santa Claus. So I will make sure that you get it. That's coming this weekend. Russell Fire Department, out Highway 80. If you see Russell Christian Academy, Russell Baptist Church, take a left. Right up there, you'll see Russell Fire Department. Go by there, have breakfast, pancakes, all the good stuff, and Santa Claus will be on scene.
You ever had the thought of, what if my F-150 were to sideswipe an 18-wheeler, what it would look like? Well, we got an example that you asked. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Rump row.
Well, it's just that one side.
Yeah, I mean, the other side, you never know it. So that was the boo-boo that happened yesterday morning, right before daylight. This would be out. The Russell area there, an 18-wheeler was parked on the side of the road. For whatever reason, the truck veered off and sideswiped the truck on the edge of the shoulder there. Fortunately, no major injuries with that, and we're thankful that happened there. Now, I need to get to the doggone department because we got some pups that are missing in the area. Otter is our first pup that is missing this morning.
A dog named Otter.
There he is. Ponta Hills, Lizia, Northeast area. They have a $250 reward up for Otter's return. Now, what they were telling me was they think Otter was bumped by a car and he took off hauling britches in the bushes. And so if you happen to see old Otter, inboxes, we'd love to get them back to the owner there.
Anitra says, sounds like I'm getting sick. I got a little congestion. I didn't sleep real good last night because I got a shot in the boo-hiney yesterday. And going to keep me up for a little while. But, that congestion with that temperature up and down. Boy, I tell you, it's tough with sinuses.
It's hard to believe how warm it has been after as cold as it was.
I'm expecting snow. But no, we got sun.
Speaking of one of your churchgoers, Robbie McKee is missing his dog as we pull up here. Here he is. If you happen to see this in the Enterprise area, he needs to come home. Let me see what the actual name of Robbie's neighborhood is. It's called the Pine Hill area in Clark County there. Pine Hill.
Pine Hill.
He's missing from. So if you happen to see him, he didn't give me a name of him, but he'd sure like to have him back home. And then we've got one other dog, and this is Circe. Am I pronouncing this correctly?
That's what I'll go with.
All right, we're missing him, and this is in Newton County near Lawrence. Friendly little fellow there. If you happen to see him, it's her. Let me get the he's and the hims and hers right.
They hadn't quite gone that way yet. They're either he's or hers.
Yeah, they're just happy being what they are. Headed on the head. At 1:30 this morning, little Ellie decided it was time to get a head pat. She come to visit. We didn't get to mention this on Friday. On Monday morning. We talked about it on Friday when it happened. And I want to show you plane crash, and y'all, I want y'all to look at this as this plane went down, as it was, I believe, getting ready to land, maybe
going around to get on a path to land at Meridian Airport.
This would be about a mile north of Arundel Road that it went down in some woods.
Well, okay, once you got
north of Arundel Road there, up near the creek. As we look at this, it crashed. It was that's a nosedive, to say the least.
NTSB, FAA, all those alphabet government entities was here yesterday. Probably be here again today. Now we got to get the aircraft out of there. But don't know what the findings were. That won't be released, real soon, but they will have all that together. But the pilot and the passenger both made it out. They self-extricated and met us all out at the road. We had teams in there searching and looking, but at the end of the day, they were both safe.
Yes.
And doing good. I've known one of them for a long time. I went to school together.
Good guy.
Really is. And
I
just
can't count the
see
times
that happening.
that a call has gone out that there's an emergency landing coming in. And it gets to where after a while you don't pay it because they always land safe. Well, this is that one time that it did not.
This one didn't come out as emergency landing. It come down as it already landed somewhere it ain't supposed to. And we scrambled. But we had the Air Force, the airport, Lauderdale County Sheriff's, Lima, Meridian Fire. Well, I tell you, Meridian Fire is so great. County Fire, you name it, Highway Patrol, City Police, everybody came together, worked as a team, and it was great.
You want one of the people that are characters. Let me word it this way: characters that I admire.
Eat more chicken.
I like this guy. This is just so neat. Whenever you happen to see the cow, drop into Chick-fil-A and say hello. They are great folks here in Meridian and do a lot for our community. And I just wanted to say thank you there. I always go by and see the girls and the guys at the drive-through.
My family does a lot for them.
I bet.
We eat a lot of chicken.
But you don't care how long that line is. Just hang tight. It's going to be 4 minutes and you're going to be out of there.
That's right.
Let me ask you, because I haven't done this, because they always ask me when I pull up, have you got the app? And I have not. Have you downloaded the app?
Oh, yeah, my wife wears that thing
Because you get
out.
free stuff.
Oh, yeah. And it's
points.
real quick. Like, even if you just pull in the parking lot and go pick it up at the window.
Yeah.
It's super fast through the app that way.
I gotta do that. And we're still working on our app.
We're still working. It's coming. And when it
I've
happens.
been hearing it for a year, but really we are.
Hey, those things, you don't just go buy one at the store and pop it online and it goes. They've got to be built.
Yeah, fine-tuned, yeah.
Fine-tuned. And y'all see all the people that work on this team. It's just him.
I wanted to show you this also. This was Neshoba County down at the courthouse. This is just a neat view of when they flip the Christmas lights on at the Neshoba County Co-op. Where did that come from? Neshoba County Courthouse.
You're thinking about your Christmas list.
That's it. There we go, and the lights are on. What a great time it was. Everybody had a wonderful time there for the lighting of the Christmas tree. And look at the crowd. It was big.
Oh, man.
That is a good crowd.
So a big thank you to everybody that participated in that. And, of course, last night was the big parade in Philadelphia. I didn't get a chance to make it, but I hear it was a great time shared by all there. Now, what else is coming up at the Collinsville First Baptist? What do y'all got going on?
So this Sunday is our big Christmas choir presentation. We do it during the Sunday morning service. We have a new worship pastor, Mark Swallow. And we're excited to have Pastor Mark and his wife Jordan with us. And so this is his first presentation. The choir's ready. The praise team is ready. Yeah. And it's going to be just a wonderful presentation this Sunday morning. If you don't have a church home, we would love to have you come out, particularly in this Christmas season. We've got that going on. We always have our Christmas Eve service as well, 4 p.m. on Christmas Eve. And it's just a great family gathering.
Is it a come and go as you want to?
The Christmas Eve service, no, it's from 4 until about 4:45. So it's an actual service. We'll sing carols together. There'll be a time for children in that. We'll do some candle lighting and tree decorating and things like that, as far as all that goes, and a Christmas devotional.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. So much. And then 25 is coming. Y'all do a lot at your church with the youth. Y'all have one of the largest youth presence around.
Oh, Pastor JJ, just knocks it out of the park, as far as that goes with all of the stuff there. But yeah, we love it. So we really do believe, reaching that next generation with our children's ministry there, with Courtney Hatcher, our director of children, and then, Pastor JJ with our student ministry, middle school, high school.
Speaking of, what is he doing here?
Hey, yeah. Well, like it looked like half of our church went, but he went and ran, there up in Memphis for St. Jude, and
that's great.
He did the 10K.
That's serious.
That's serious.
I could drive 10K.
That's right. That's right. No, I'm proud of him, man. He's gotten real serious. His wife is actually the runner, and he's jumped in and running now too. And so, yeah, he's doing a lot with that.
One of them super joggers.
I reckon
10K. Is that like half a marathon?
Like
10
no, 13 miles is a half marathon. 13.1.
5K is 3.5, I guess.
That's right.
So this would be 7 miles.
Right.
What would make a man want to do that?
That's right.
Helping children.
That's right. Chasing him. That's all I can say.
We probably had a dozen folks from our church go up and run that day.
Oh man, that's awesome.
But St. Jude is one of those to where it goes directly to those kids that you raise money for. It's a little bit different than any other thing.
Yeah.
That comes about there. So wow. So there was what else was it? There was one other thing that I wanted to bring up this morning, and I can't seem to find it there. The luminaries from this past weekend. We didn't get a chance to talk about that.
Yeah.
As we go to the Martin area, the Martin luminaries happened this weekend immediately following the Christmas parade in Meridian.
Yep.
Big turnout for that. People enjoyed it and glad to have those back once again. They got an interruption there when COVID happened, but it's back, and we're so glad of that.
Back again. That is great.
All right. We'll be right back. Check birthdays next to the Scotty Ray Report.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinara Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota of Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Things are going well in North Mississippi, Tupelo area, as we see that a construction company is going to be moving there. 300 jobs headed there. They're going to be building, like backhoes and things. This is one of the world's largest manufacturers to Tupelo.
That's great.
Great state of Mississippi. Share the love in East Mississippi, somebody. Quickly.
That's it. Bring us something down. That would be nice.
That is good. And also we see that in Jackson. I don't play golf. I know nothing about golf, folks. I don't. I went to a Jimmy Rogers golf tournament years ago. That concludes my golfing experience.
You try and hit a ball so long, you got to have a car to take you to where it went.
That's what I hear. But in Jackson, they've opened something called Top Golf.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. Yeah. You don't even have to be a golfer to enjoy that, Scotty Ray.
So you just hit the ball?
Yeah, well, and so it's like a digital game, actually.
Oh, it is?
But you're hitting a real ball out into a thing, but somehow they have cameras that track your ball and all this stuff, so you get points, and there's all sorts of fun things to do with it.
So a big net that goes around it?
So you can't lose your ball, is what you're trying to
Oh, that's right.
If you wanted to. You wanted to be one of them. But
what movie was that to where they were being chased by the bad guy and they landed at a Top Golf thing and they told everybody to hit the golf balls at the helicopter to stop them from getting them?
Oh, really? I hadn't seen that.
I remember something. Was it a helicopter?
It was a helicopter because it went down after they got hit with the golf. But it was a big movie anyway. And that's my 2 cents for the day. But that's big for Mississippi to be getting 2 of those there.
Yeah.
As we see, 50 Cent says that Jay-Z should lose his halftime singing in the Super Bowl coming up. He said they should be taking that away.
Ooh. Well, I agree with him. If he's
50 Cent has been very vocal about what's going on with
Diddy and all that stuff. Yeah.
And if you happen to, I read this, and I guess people just don't learn, but sometimes cheating on your spouse is not good. I'm sure you've done many a sermon upon this subject.
Sure, thou shalt not.
Thou shalt not. A furious wife, as we go to this, they were on vacation, and she went to check in on her husband, and she caught him in the act. He tried to drive off, and she just jumped on side of the F-250 and wrapped her arm around it, and down the street she went, holding on, trying to beat upside his head.
I wonder if the other one was in the truck with him.
That I don't know. It was in Brazil. They were on vacation, and he was caught. Cannot run the long arm of your wife.
No, sir.
It's really common.
And he deserved every knot she put on his
You
head.
got that right. Sure did.
But
Take it like a man.
It was rather humorous to watch this on this side of the fence. I'm sure he didn't enjoy it, and she lost her cuckoos there for a second there after him. Again, as we recap, don't forget Daniel Penny, the vet, was cleared of all charges yesterday. What a great American who stepped in to help others that were in during their time of need.
Well, and so many folks are afraid to step in because of what he just went through.
That's correct.
But we hope that people will see this verdict and realize that you can make a difference. You know, you don't have to be afraid. You know,
it always kind of we talk about media and how they sometimes this was almost like an evil twist here, to where somebody was trying to pick on Subway. To where it's not Subway that's filing for bankruptcy, but a competitor of theirs. And the whole story is Subway's competitor is going bankrupt. It has nothing to do with Subway.
Well,
and it's out in Texas, Fiego. I can't even pronounce it. It's kind of like a Subway chain, but it's a different company. But they made the whole article about Subway, and they're not going out of business.
That's helping Subway because you're getting the name out there.
Picking on them. Boy. Tell the truth.
Those are the people who have graduated from a lot of these, what do you call, writer?
Yeah, journalism school.
Journalism school. I mean, look what journalism's turned into.
Sure.
From what we had. You talked about what actually happened.
That's right.
And that right there should have been a journalism piece on that company and why they thought they may be going out, not bringing your competitors in the middle.
Sure. Well, and you think about in this day and age with, SEO, search, optimization, all that stuff, they probably thought if I use that company's name and don't put Subway in there, nobody will ever read my article. So it's probably a clickbait thing in a sense.
Yeah.
There is a lot of clickbait in this world.
Oh my goodness! Don't get me started.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, because a lot of the things. That's the thing I love about what you do is that you're local, right? But a lot of the other news, man, you're getting clickbaits from the other side of America, but it causes anxiety and whatnot here, and it's not here.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like it.
There's time for news across America.
That's right.
There's time for news across the world. But you've got to have the news of what's going on, where you live, day in, day out, on what you have to live with.
That's right.
And then the rest is to let us know what goes on some of these other parts.
Sure.
And whose car is parked next door.
And whose car is parked, yeah.
That was a great song, by the way. Couldn't help myself there. We do see a sadness here as we look across the great state of Mississippi as we go. Where's this? This happened, this was in Mississippi. I'm trying to find exactly where this happened.
In
Terry, Mississippi. A car overturned over the weekend, had a 16-year-old and an 11-year-old in the car, and the 11-year-old lost his life.
Oh, no.
We send condolences to those. Christmas will never, ever be the same for that family.
No, not at all.
We'll touch there. We got any birthdays?
We do, but I've got to say a good morning and a thank you going over to Miss Faye Wilson with Kemper County Chamber of Commerce.
What's she doing?
So she called and she goes, look, we need some help. And I said, no problem. We'll do what we can. We work with old Ben Dudley out there. I said, so we're going to take care of you. Over the weekend or for their parade Thursday night, we took good care of them and everything went good. Well, I came back in the office yesterday morning, had a big box from her. And she got me a big sweatshirt from the East Central Lines. Oh, I had some meal from Cypress Meal. Had some jams. I had some chocolate-covered peanuts. So, thank you from them right there. I'll tell you, there's some good people over there. And,
it is. Kemper County's full of them.
Thank you for that, Miss Kay. Thank you so much.
The scuba lines.
Yeah, and then Arnold gave me a remedy to try for this. And Arnold, I took a picture of that, and I'm going to give that a shot. I'm all up for some wives' tales.
All right.
Who
got on that birthday?
We got old Danny Todd's got a birthday today, 39. Is he really 39 or just holding?
He's holding.
All right. We won't
I ain't believing him.
Michael Hurd.
Mr. Electrolux is having a birthday.
This man can sell 2 igloo coolers to a penguin.
Yes, he could. He's good at what he does.
He's good, and he's turning the big 7-0 today.
Oh, wow.
Barry and Lisa Branning, 35 years together. Dalton Dunn down in Gulf Shores, he's having a birthday today. I say his name's Dunn. All we got was the first name, but I put his grandmother's name on there, so who wished him. And Claire and niece, 77 years young today.
Let's ask, since we've got the man
That's what I'd
himself,
like
the
to
man that
do.
grips the gospel gun.
What you got?
We always leave with a message from God each day. And I think since you're the man of the hour and you do this for a living,
all right,
you've got a heads up on telling us a good little story today.
I do. You know, I've been thinking a lot about Mary, the mother of Jesus.
Right.
You know, as far as that goes. And, you know, theologians believe she was probably 14 years old when the angel Gabriel visited her. And you just think about having your world turned upside down. She had her plans made. She was about to be married to her sweetheart Joseph and all that stuff. They were already betrothed, you know, promised. And then this angel comes and says, Mary, you're going to be pregnant. And she says, how can this be? And he said, well, the power of God's going to do it. But then I remember, most importantly, what she said at the end there. She said, after he had said all that, and like it's still trying to say it, and she said, behold, I am the servant of the Lord. Let it be to me according to your word. In other words, God, I'm yours. I'll be obedient to whatever you ask me to do. And that's the essence of the gospel life. That's the essence of Christmas. When Christ comes, you know, she was serving him at Christmas in a sense, right? Giving birth. And
we don't
we
always understand, do we?
Wow. No. We just trust and obey. There's no other way, right?
Well, thank you.
And well, you could imagine. I mean, here she is. She's fixing to lose her husband.
Yeah.
Her family, or soon-to-be husband. Her family, because how did you get unclean?
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't care. She still went with Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Brother Ben.
Yes, sir.
You can find this and many more stories. And tell us how to get to your church if you've never attended.
Yeah. Highway 19 North, just past the crossroads there in Collinsville on the left. Can't miss it. And we look forward to this First Light show that we're doing. And we hope folks will come out. Tell your friends about it.
Come on out.
Oh, man, that's going to be great. Go by Chick-fil-A or our local store, Maples, and get you an ice-cold Coca-Cola. And, man, you'll have your little thirst. Now, if it's real cold, you can get your warm drinks from them, but it's going to be a little warm. So get you an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Help your day get by.
Thank y'all. We'll see you bright and early, kicking off at 6:30 in the morning.